Steve Tober with Kyle Anglin, who has a lot of history in this tournament as a player and now as a parent for the Seton Hall Prep's junior guard Dennis Anglin. But Kyle, you played for Bob Lester, the legendary Montclair coach, also coach at East Orange, and you had the unique distinction of playing in the last tournament, played at Walsh Gym as a junior, and then as a senior, you played the first year at Essex County College. And this tournament still carries so much great history, doesn't it?
It does, it really does. Even dating back to when I played back in the 80s, and the talent pool has continued throughout the county. Obviously now the county being the Super Essex County, and it hasn't changed much from a talent standpoint.
Kyle, you went on to St. Bonaventure, so you played Division I basketball, and the jump up from high school to Division I is really quite something, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great jump. You have to really be prepared mentally as well as physically, and obviously well coached day in and day out. And again, once you get to that Division I level, the talent every night is that the individual you're facing has been a really good player, you know, as a high schooler as well. So, but no, it's a big challenge.
Looking back at your Montclair days with Coach Lester, that was a well-patterned team, ran their half-court sets tremendously. You had some great talent. You played with Fred Matthews and Sean Jennings, Timmy Riddick, Scott Bonds. It was quite a club, the 85-86 team.
No, we were probably very similar to this Seton Hall Prep team here, where we didn't have a lot of size, but we had chemistry. And we had guys who, day in and day out, just wanted to win and played for that one goal.
And that was a team that went to the Group 4 state finals, played a Camden team with Lewis Banks with a double overtime at Rutgers, which was a great site for a state tournament. That was some game for the ages.
Oh, that was some game. That was probably the best game I've ever played in, to be honest with you, at the high school level. And in comparison to college, that was very similar to a college-type atmosphere in terms of the crowd, the physicality of the game, and, you know, obviously playing against good competition.
As a sophomore, you played on a team that lost to Greg Tynes and Clifford Scott in the final for Montclair at Walsh Gym. But as a junior, you won it all in '85, beating Seton Hall Prep and Bob Farrell. And then '86, you lost to Abdelnaby. That's a handful, a mouthful. Who went on to Duke and had a great career in the NBA. And that was, again, you guys showed resiliency, though, because you bounced back from a quarterfinal loss in the counties and went to a state final.
Yes, my sophomore year we lost to the Scott team, and then our junior year we came back and we won it. We won it against a very good team, and then our senior year we were pretty much the favorites to win it, and ended up being upset against Bloomfield High School when they obviously having the player Ala Abdelnaby. But once again, it just goes back to being prepared day in and day out, and not overlooking a team and underestimating someone as well.
What was one thing you learned from Coach Lester, who was this year inducted to the NJSIAA Hall of Fame as a coach? What did you learn most from him?
I learned the most. I've learned a ton from him, but one thing that sticks out is team. Never place yourself before a team, and if you can do that consistently throughout the season, you'll do well.
Now Dallas, a junior at Seton Hall Prep, playing for a legendary coach in Bob Farrell. So it's a nice system he's part of here.
Oh, absolutely. That was one of the main reasons we chose Seton Hall, obviously in addition to the academics. But, you know, Farrell teaches team. He teaches basics, the fundamentals, the things that actually, you know, help you in terms of when you're playing a close game, in terms of triple threat and, you know, good screens and those types of things. And that was something we felt he really needed, and we've been very happy.
And Dallas, and part of the recruiting process, you can probably impart some knowledge to him. You've learned, he certainly knows a lot, being part of the whole AAU off-season circuit and, of course, with Coach Farrell. But you have some lessons you could also impart to your son.
Oh, absolutely. I just tell Dal, you know, even before the game today, I said, Dal, listen, you know, just do what you've been doing at this point. Play team. It's always team first, and don't try to do things you haven't done to this point. You know, just continue to do what's made you successful.
They say he has as much hops as Tyrone Barley, a former Seton Hall Prep Pirate, went to St. Joseph, played overseas professional ball. Dallas can really get up at 6'2".
He can. He really can. He actually can probably can out-jump me at the same point in my career. He's a high flyer, and he's fun to watch.
It's interesting. You think, and you can relate to this, the Gibbs family. Today, Ashton Gibbs with Pitt playing at noontime, and then, of course, their son Sterling going to Maryland next year, playing at 2 o'clock. It's interesting for their family.
Oh, I'm sure they're very excited, the Gibbs family, to have, obviously, a special player as an Ashton at Pittsburgh. I was actually watching the game before coming over, and he had a great first half. I think he had 15 points, but very composed, very professional. young man. Very good.
Yeah, so the Gibbs and Anglin backcourt on display for Seton Hall Prep. And Kyle Anglin, former Montclair Mountie, who teamed with Fred Matthews and others from Montclair. And Kyle, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Kyle Anglin, outstanding player at Montclair and St. Bonaventure. For NJ Hotshots and Sideline Chatter, this is Steve Tober.